Thank you, everybody who recommended 5 classics that you think I should read, even though you most don't know what I have or have not read. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. And I have a pile of books, and I took the recommendations based on who was first to respond and then went in order, and then took those 5 recommendations, what I've already read, what I own, and what I can get my hands on, either borrowing from Prometheus, my son, or the library. You guys probably have already heard me complain that my library rarely has what I want to read. Anyway, hi, I'm Ariane. Welcome to Book Zealots, in case you didn't know where you were at. Anyway, so I'm going to start with Amy at Amy's Dusty Bookshelf. Thank you very much. Everybody that has a channel, I'm going to list down below. So if you don't have a channel and you are a literary zealot like we are, then by all means go check them out. Most of these people you probably already follow, but just in case, I'm going to leave the information in the description box. Okay, so Amy at Amy's Dusty Bookshelf. I was a little scared, I'm not going to lie, because Amy reads very challenging books. She has quite the library. Okay, so the very first one, Life of Johnson by Boswell. I don't have that. I don't even think I've ever even heard of it. So that's going on a separate list. Not for this year. A separate time. Okay. Number 2, Dr. Thorne by Trollope. Now I searched this up, and Dr. Thorne, I don't own, is part of the Barchester series. I have book 2 for the Barchester series. I think Dr. Thorne is number 3. I'm not sure. Okay, we'll get back to that. Number 3 is Villette by Charlotte Bronte. I actually have it! Okay, calm down. So I have a copy, and I'm going to put this on my list for this year, because if you saw my other video about my plans for the year, I basically have 8,000 pages to play with. Wiggle room. So I thought I'm going to tackle classics. And what better way to tackle the classics than if I get recommendations? So again, thank you. Number 4, Mrs. Amy, how do you say this? Miniver? Mrs. Miniver? That's how I've been saying it, Mrs. Miniver, by Jan Struther. I don't have it. I've never heard of it. I can't get my hands on it. So again, that's going on my other list. And number 5, Anne of Green Gables, which I have actually read. Woohoo! Okay, so Renee B. I don't think she has a channel, but thank you very much for giving me the 5 recommendations. I was very happy at how many I've actually read. Number 1, Watership Down. Yes, I have read that. Number 2, A Separate Piece by John Knowles. I want to say I've read this, but I don't have documentation that I've read it. And I don't own it, and my library doesn't have it. So it's going to go on the other list. And number 3, Our Town by Thornton Wilder. Again, I don't have it. I don't think I've read it. Library doesn't have it. It's going on the other list. Number 4, North and South. Yes, I've read it. And number 5, Tess of the D'Urbervilles. Yes, I've read it. Woohoo! And then, brand new to me, sorry, I'm sure you all have heard of this. This guy's so... Some Other Character is the channel name. I apologize, I don't know the content creator's name. He is hilarious. Hilarious. Okay. He gave some really good recommendations for not knowing me. Number 1, Silas Marner. Silas Marner by George Eliot. I don't think I've read this. I don't think I have. So that's going on my list. Then we have number 2, Dracula. I don't think I'm going to read Dracula. I don't think so. I don't read about blood-sucking demons. And then there's other stuff in it that I looked up and I don't think I'm going to read it. Number 3, Pride and Prejudice. Yes, I have read Pride and Prejudice. Woohoo! And number 4, Time Machine by H.G. Wells. Yes, I've read it. Prometheus prefers the Time Machine. I prefer War of the Worlds. Let me know what your favorite is. And then number 5, Wuthering Heights. Okay, I have 2 questions. I think I've read Wuthering Heights. I'm going to say 100%. I'm 99% positive I've read Wuthering Heights in high school. It's been a long time. Heathcliff still makes me very angry. Should I reread it? Should I put it at the back of the list, at the back of the pile? I'm curious. I don't know. Let me know if you think I should reread this. So I'm going to put that way over here because it's going to go back at the bottom unless you guys tell me, yes, you need to read it. Then I need to go back to Amy's list. So Barchester Towers is book 2. Amy's recommendation is Dr. Thorne, which I don't have. So Amy, should I read Barchester Towers? I have 2 copies. One so that I can annotate in, because they have different notes. Why, people? Why do you make this so complicated? Oh, this one has pictures. You guys know I like pictures. I'm very visual, which is why I love Dickens, because all of the words create a beautiful movie in my head. I've actually started this and then paused. I only read 1 chapter. I don't know why. Anyways, if you could let me know, I'd appreciate it. And then that will go in the pile. Okay, so the 4th person to respond is another content creator, Fern. She recommended, okay, so there are 4 recommendations, unless I messed up. Edith Wharton, Dombey and Sons, David Copperfield, and Bleak House. Now, I think these are the books she's reading, but I'm taking it. So I have Dombey and Sons. I have Dombey and Sons in this book. It is a bunch of short stories. I'm sorry, I'm checking to see if there was one of the books that... Yes, The Signal Man. So Jim at Books and Things, Jim's Books and Stuff, I'm sorry, Jim. The Haunted Signal Man, he recently read it, and this is actually in this book. So Dombey and Sons is in this book. And Edith Wharton, The Age of Innocence, and David Copperfield, which is Finish What I Started, which I'm going to be reading for March of the Mammoths. If y'all want to do a buddy read, let me know for David Copperfield. So this will be going in March. I soft DNF'd this because the stepfather hit a little too close to home. Not my stepfather, somebody else, somebody I know. Okay. And then Bleak House. And I have Bleak House. I have not totaled all of these pages. I'm sure it's over 8,000. I don't know. What do you think? At the end, leave a comment leave a comment how many pages you think all of these books will total up to be. Okay, and then another content creator, Vicki, mentioned books that she's also reading. I did get that right? Okay. Count of Monte Cristo, which I don't have, but Prometheus, my son, has a copy. It's his favorite book, so I could borrow that. Daphne du Maurier, I have broken up with Daphne. I've read 2.5 books of hers. I love that she is a very atmospheric writer, but I don't like her female characters. And can we talk about the... Never mind. Okay, and number 3, Brontes. So, do I read Villette and count that, or do I read a different book? Because I also have The Professor that I have not read. So I could add that. Let me know. Number 4, Dostoevsky, but no mention of what the title is. So again, I don't know what to read. I do have books up there. I saw DNF Brothers Karamazov, and I have another one, I think, of short stories. I forget the name of it. Poor People, I think. And then number 5, she cheated and put two people. She put Dickens, so again, which book? And then she put Wilkie Collins. Well, I do have a book by Wilkie Collins, The Woman in White, which a lot of people have told me is very good. One of my besties in California has told me to read this. It's fabulous, except my friend Tammy loves all the books. And I will tell her, Tammy, no, it wasn't good. This happened. She's like, oh, I know, but I mean, she's so sweet. Anyway, so I have this. I have soft DNF'd it. Technically, it is a finish what you start book, but I didn't have it in my pile this year. If you think I should read this, let me know, and I will add it to my pile. So I think I'm going to put this over in the maybe pile. Y'all let me know. Put your comments down. And then a subscribe. Okay, so a viewer, thank you. I'm not sure if this is correct. Her channel name or his channel name is P. Corilla. And the number 1 recommendation to read was Count of Monte Cristo. So again, I'll have to borrow it. Number 2 is Ivanhoe. And yes, I have it. Which is funny because I just recently acquired this within the last 6 months, I think. I'm not 100% positive on that. I would not bet $1, but I know I got it last year. Okay, we had a slight emergency with the camera. So P. Corilla, I'm sorry. So Count of Monte Cristo, number 2, Ivanhoe, which I have, yay. And number 3, Pride and Prejudice, which I've read. And number 4, Any Little House books, which I have. Hang on. I have also soft DNF'd this. Isn't this a pretty edition? So I have started this. It says Little House in the Big Woods on the Prairie by Wilder. I soft DNF'd it. I just wasn't into it. I don't know. I probably would have read this to Prometheus when he was smaller. I don't remember. Anyway, I bought this. I was going to read it because everybody raves about it, and then I was going to give it to my grandchildren. And I soft DNF'd it instead. So it's going on the list. It's going on the pile. She also, don't know, male, female. Another recommendation was The Dark is Rising. And that's, okay, so first of all, I don't have it. Second of all, I can't get my hands on it, but it's I don't think it's going to be a book that I would be interested in, or series. It is a series. I think the author's name is Susan Cooper. I'm not sure if I'm remembering that correctly. And then I received recommendations from Elizabeth at Lizzie Faye Loves Books. She has her own little free library now, which is awesome. And so, like I said, I'll mention everybody down below. So she recommended, and Elizabeth, do you not like me? Do you not know? Just kidding. So she recommends number 1, The Hobbit / Lord of the Rings. I have read The Hobbit. And because I read The Hobbit, I decided that Lord of the Rings was not for me. Mind you, I liked the movies. I just didn't like The Hobbit. It's just not my thing. Then number 2 Anne of Green Gables, which I've read. Little House, which I put here. Little Women, which I have read, but it was a long time ago, and I had soft DNF'd it since starting, or I DNF'd it since starting BookTube, and I got rid of the book. It belonged to my other son, and he's like, nah, get rid of it, I don't want it. I'm sure I can get my hands on it, but yeah. And then number 5, Watership Down, which I've read. Then for another recommendation, I don't think Nancy has, Nancy, you don't have content, right? Number 1, Up From Slavery, which I don't have, but I think I can get from the library. Number 2, Good Earth, read it. Number 3, oh, I did like Good Earth, which interestingly enough I had reread by accident. I read a lot as in high school, I'm just saying. Number 3, East of Eden, read it. I don't like, just, I don't like the cussing and some of the material. Is it an important book to read? Yes, but I put Steinbeck and Faulkner kind of in the same category, and some of Hemingway. Like, there's just some writing and word choices that they just should leave out. Anyway, just my ever humble opinion. And then number 4, Moby Dick, which I've read. And number 5, Portrait of a Lady by Henry James. And you would think, with all of the Henry James books I have, that I would have Portrait of a Lady, and that's the one that I don't have. And I can't get my hands on it. My library doesn't have it. So it's going to go on the other list. The other list. And then I kind of coerced someone, Kaylee, I think that's her name, Luminous Libros, for recommendations, and all she did was send me to an old video. So I went through that video and chose one book that I own and could read, and that was David Copperfield. I don't know if that's a cheat, but David Copperfield's already on my list. Then I received Courtney, and is it Courtney Reed's? She, brilliant girl, so young lady, sorry. She recommended some books, and so I'm just going to read them and then discuss them. Number 1, The Count of Monte Cristo. Yes, we've got that covered. Number 2, Devils by Dostoevsky. If you know Courtney, she is very intelligent. She is a mathematician. She loves Russian literature. It's like Amy. I'm not on your level. I just, be nice to me. Be kind. And so I don't have Devils by Dostoevsky. I've seen it once at a half price, and I thought, ooh, I don't want to read about possession. Oh, no, why would I want to do that? It's, and I've never seen it since. So, obviously my library does not have it. Why would they have a classic? Then number 3, The Tenant of Wildfell Hall, which I have read, and number 4, Our Mutual Friend, which is my favorite Dickens book, just in case you care. And number 5, On Walden Pond by Henry Thoreau. I believe that's his name. I have books by him, and I do not have that one. I know I've read it in high school, but I should own it. Right? I should own it, and I should reread it because it's been so long. Maybe I can find it online and print it. Maybe I should put it on the other list and then try and get my hands on it from the antique store, the vintage bookstore in Lexington. Okay, so then I received recommendations by Tanya. Thank you very much, Tanya. She does have book content. She also has content on knitting and cross stitch. So I like cross stitch. I cross stitch. I don't know how to knit. I know, I need to learn. I know. Okay, so number 1, Ethan Frome. I thought I had this book, but no, apparently I don't. I thought, maybe I had it, tried to read it, didn't like it, got rid of it. I don't know. But I know that's the case for Adam Bede, so, and I have Adam Bede. I don't know what happened. Maybe it's still packed. Number 2, Wuthering Heights. I've read on the list. Let me know if you think I should reread it. Number 3, Age of Innocence, which is in the pile already. Number 4, The Secret Garden. I've already read it. Number 5, Little Women. I don't have Little Women. I know I've read it. Okay. And then Kelly reads a lot. We were having a conversation about Wives and Daughters, and she put that as my number 1. I have not read. I'm sorry, I have not read Wives and Daughters, and it's hilarious because I was just thinking, man, that poor book, I just need to read it. I need to read this book. Number 2, All of Grace by Spurgeon. I've never read it. I'm not even sure, have I ever read Spurgeon? I don't know. Number 3, 8 Cousins, and I am kicking myself because the last time Prometheus and I went to a half price, I saw an edition. It was up on the top shelf, and I thought, oh, I've never read that by Louisa May Alcott. I wonder if I should buy that. And then I thought, well, you didn't like Little Women, so don't hate me. It's not that I don't like Little Women. It's that as a Christian, there was something in it about a play or witchcraft or something, and I put it down. That's where that went. But I don't think I've ever read 8 Cousins. No, I'm kicking myself. I should have bought it. Number 4, Ivanhoe. That's on the pile. Number 5, The Little Prince, which is hilarious because Krista at Books and Jams just recently talked about not liking this book. And then I thought, well, wait a minute. Isn't that a fairly new book? Does that count as a classic? Because it's not 50 years old, and I know that generally, so maybe it's a modern classic. It's about 25 years old, I think. I don't know. I might be misremembering. Let me know. I don't have it. The library does, however. So after I read all of my books, then I can borrow Prometheus's book and borrow from the library. But I have to read mine first. Oh, which, by the way, let me put Wives and Daughters on that pile. And that is it. That's what I have. And so let me know about these, if I should read these, the Wilkie Collins and the Wuthering Heights. And this is my pile, but there are 2 Barchester Towers books in here, so let me know about that one as well. And I appreciate everyone for giving me recommendations and suggestions, and I am really very much looking forward to these, and I was happy that I've read some of them. It was interesting too to see how many similar or people who had recommended the same book. That was cool. Anyway, thank you very much. Please leave a comment down below. Help me out here about the Barchesters, Wuthering Heights, and the Wilkie Collins book. And Amy, I need your help on the Barchester Towers books. Anyway, thank you very much. Talk to you in the comments section. Love you guys. Bye.